Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hi, am I on the air?
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another brand new episode of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. Tonight, it's Season 18, Episode 18, and tonight's show is titled Secret Phoenix. This is Am I on the Air? This is your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest when it comes to entertainment news. This is your weekly podcast. You tune in every week. I get you caught up with everything that's gone down in the last 7 days of entertainment news, whether it be TV, movies. We even throw in some movie reviews for you all. This is where you find out what's going down. So I'm so glad that you guys are here to join me. We are broadcasting live from the Red Dragons Radio Studios here in Tucson, Arizona. It is a Tuesday, June the 11th, when we're broadcasting here. Last week's episode was from the road. We were broadcasting up in Cottonwood, Arizona last week. Took the show on the road and did it out of market. But we are back at our normal studios right here. And we typically put out an episode every Monday. It's on Tuesday this week because last week's episode was actually on a Tuesday because of my travel schedule. This week it's on Tuesday for a couple different reasons. Number one, I'm actually on vacation from work right now. My father is actually out here visiting from Florida, and he just came in yesterday, so we were pretty busy. So no time to really jump in and do an episode. Plus, I wanted to wait till after today as well, too, because we went out and I took my daughter to see The Secret Life of Pets 2. So I figured, man, there's another new release for me to review on the show. So let's put it off. Let's get the movies in, and then we'll do a new episode. So here we are. I will be reviewing Dark Phoenix and, of course, Secret Life of Pets 2. So henceforth, the name of tonight's show being... what the fuck did I name tonight's show? I already forgot. It's going to be Secret Phoenix. Secret Phoenix. Boy, it is late. It's been another very long day with the family. But hey, that's not why you're here. You're here to hear the latest and greatest in entertainment news. So, let's just jump right into it. And I'm going to start right off with Dark Phoenix. So, Dark Phoenix is an X-Men movie. It is basically the culmination of 19 years of Fox doing Marvel movies. It's all started in 2000 with X-Men, and then of course we had X-Men 2, X2, X-Men United, we had The Last Stand, we had a Wolverine movie, we had 2 solo Wolverine movies, we had First Class, we had Days of Future Past, we had Apocalypse, and we had Logan, and then now here we are with Dark Phoenix. Now, Dark Phoenix is the story of Jean Grey becoming the Phoenix, and this was loosely adapted back in X-Men 3, X-Men 3 The Last Stand. I remember when the first trailer dropped for this movie, I thought, oh my god, I've seen this thing before, and it was X-Men The Last Stand. It looked very reminiscent. All the scenes they showed, I remember when that first trailer dropped, I was not thrilled whatsoever. Very underwhelmed. And that was a couple years ago, to be honest, because this movie was supposed to come out over a year ago. And then it got pushed back due to reshoots. And then it was supposed to come out back in February. Actually, it was supposed to be out in December. Then it got pushed to February. And then it got moved from February to this June date that it had. So early reviews started to come out. And they were not nice to this movie whatsoever. Very, very rough. Last I had checked, this movie was sitting at about 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've heard things all across the board, from the worst in the series to dog shit to this movie sucked, just all around just negative criticism. So I felt like I went in with already pretty lowered expectations, and maybe they were lowered a little bit more when these reviews started coming out. I'll just say, I'm a very big X-Men fan. I enjoy all the X-Men movies, and that's even the ones that get the hate. I like X-Men The Last Stand. I like Origins Wolverine. Yes, do I agree with all the decisions that they make? No, I don't. But I just think they're good popcorn flicks, and I enjoy them. I know a lot of people were kind of turned off by Apocalypse, which is the last movie that came out. I liked Apocalypse. Was I wowed by it like a Days of Future Past or like a Logan? No. But it was still a fun X-Men movie. So I have a lot of love for this series. I've been around for the whole ride for the last 19 years. So Dark Phoenix is here, and I will tell you, I actually really like this movie. I really, really did. I went in thinking it was just going to be this train wreck, and I'm listening to these reviews, and I actually left the theater. Me and Geeky Pat, we left the theater scratching our heads collectively, looking at each other saying, what did we miss? What was so bad about that movie? And I can't tell you, because it's a fun-ass movie. The performances in this movie are great. They're actually really, really great. The action in this movie is great. The effects are great. Yes, there's a couple story things that I don't think it needed. There's a couple kind of things that happen that make you kind of be like, I don't know if I would have done it that way. But does it take away from the movie? Does it make it any less enjoyable? No, it doesn't. I saw it in IMAX opening night. I actually went on this past Thursday to a fan event. So it was the very first showing ever. And I loved it, man. I really, really did. I walked out very pleasantly surprised. And then I went again over the weekend and took my wife to see it. And she really liked it as well. So I don't know, because when I saw it the second time, I enjoyed it just as much. I felt the same kind of reactions. I enjoyed the certain beats. And I will say, there is a very big action sequence on a train. You see it kind of in the trailer. This action sequence on the train at the end of the movie is one of my favorite scenes ever from any X-Men film. It is such a badass scene. I loved it, and it probably made me enjoy this movie even more than I ever thought I could. I really dug it. I thought Sophie Turner did amazing as the Phoenix. I thought Ty Sheridan really stepped into his role as Cyclops. James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender are amazing as always, especially Michael Fassbender. When Magneto shows up into this movie, shit gets going, and it's awesome. Jennifer Lawrence is even really good in this movie. I mean, honestly, the whole cast and crew are great in this. I loved it. I really did, and still to this point, I don't understand what all the drama is about. I don't understand why people are hating on this as bad as they are. I just don't get it. I've seen it twice, and both times I would say 4 out of 5 stars. Really fun ride, especially if you're into the X-Men. And like I said, this is the end of an era, man. Disney bought out Fox, so Disney will be shelving X-Men for a couple years, and then when X-Men come back, it's going to be with a whole new cast, and it's going to be a part of the MCU, which I'm super looking forward to. But you know what? I'm very sad that more people didn't go out and support this last hurrah for this crew. because we've been on this journey with these teams for 19 years, and it's been a hell of a journey. So I thank everybody from the Fox team. I think they've done a bang-up job with all the X-Men movies, and I've had a lot of fun with all of them. And I don't think Dark Phoenix was any, change to that. So that's just my opinion, guys. You know what? It's one of those ones that I just once again find myself very disconnected with most critics. So, like I said, I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars for Dark Phoenix. And then we'll switch gears here and obviously lighten things up as we move into The Secret Life of Pets 2. I took my daughter to see this one today, and I thought it was super cute. Really, really liked it. I actually laughed at a lot of different parts in this movie. Almost sometimes I was laughing more than my daughter was. But I'm a big pet lover. So seeing how they represent the dogs and the cats and all these different creatures is hilarious, because it is how you truly feel like if these animals were truly talking. These are the way that they would be thinking. It's just super cute. It's got good heart. It's what Illumination does very, very well. And it's a fun ride, man. And I really think Kevin Hart stole the show in this movie as the voice of the bunny. The bunny is amazing in this movie. And don't jump up right as the credits go to hit, because there's a nice little bonus part with Kevin Hart and his bunny. I don't want to spoil it, but Panda, that's all I'll say. Very cute. My daughter loved it. She can't wait to go see it again. I thought Secret Life of Pets, the first one, was really, really good, and I think this one's right up there with it. So from a kid perspective, I would give Secret Life of Pets 2 4 out of 5 stars as well. Lots of laughs, good humor, good vibes, and good family thoughts. So hey man, we need good family films out there to take the whole family to, and Secret Life of Pets 2 does the job for sure. So there you go, man. That's my opinion. 2 4 out of 5 star movies with Dark Phoenix and The Secret Life of Pets 2. Okay, let's switch gears and let's get into our news of the last week and get you caught up to speed with everything going down. So, new trailer dropped for Brad Pitt's new movie Ad Astra. Ad Astra is a movie I've been hearing about for a long time. This was a Fox movie that's now under the Disney umbrella. It takes place in space, and lots of crazy shit going down. So I really dug this trailer. Check it out if you haven't seen it. The Toy Story 4 soundtrack is set to feature new songs from Randy Newman, so we were hoping so, and now we know we're getting it. Very excited about this news as Hulu's Runaways has hired Elizabeth Hurley to play Morgan Le Fay. That's right. Morgan Le Fay, a very cool villain, an evil sorceress, so to speak, for Runaways, which I think Runaways is a great show over on Hulu. And who doesn't love Elizabeth Hurley? Oh my God. I've loved her from the very first Austin Powers movie way back in the day, and she looks just as amazing now, and I'm glad to see her addition to Runaways. We have a very cool retro Wonder Woman 1984 poster that we put up on our social media, so check that out. She has the gold armor on, and it's very retro neon pop, so check out that trailer. It's pretty cool, as they were celebrating that they were exactly 1 year away from Wonder Woman 84 dropping next June 5th, 2020. Warner Brothers is actually going to be skipping Hall H at this upcoming San Diego Comic-Con, so don't be looking for them there. Bill and Ted 3 is cast actresses Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne as Bill and Ted's daughters. That's right, so we're getting going on Bill and Ted. American Vandal's Jimmy Tatro is signed on for the new Pete Davidson comedy. Corey Fogelman's Among Six. Corey Fogelmanis has been cast in Hulu's Into the Dark monthly horror series that they're putting together. Amazon Studios has acquired Ike Barinholtz's new film. It's a new election comedy that they're putting together. A new prison drama called Solitary is in talks with Marshala Ali to star in this film. So anytime you can get him into your cast is a great thing. So let's do it. Jordan Peele's produced Candyman sequel is going to be kicking off production in August. Nacho Libre creatives are set to adapt Thelma the Unicorn into a new animated musical. That's right. Sci-Fi Channel has canceled Happy and Deadly Class. But all hope might not be lost. So it looks like both shows are being shopped around to alternate networks. Maybe another streaming service, something different. We'll see. There are two shows that I've heard nothing but great things about that I wanted to get into, and then Sci-Fi went and canceled them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll maybe find a new home for those two. The DaVinci Code Prequel series, which is being titled Langdon, is being developed over at NBC, so you might be seeing that coming pretty soon. Comedy Central has announced that their next roast is going to be actually Alec Baldwin. That's right, and it will happen later this summer, so that's pretty awesome right there. I think he'll be a great one to roast. Okay, in our big WTF news of the week, Swamp Thing canceled on the DC Universe streaming app less than a week after the series premiere. I remember it was just last week's episode when we said Swamp Thing, really good watch, looking forward to it, good first episode, can't wait to see where it goes. And before episode 2 even airs, here we are, and I'm having to tell you that the DC Universe has canceled it. The weird thing about it is no one seems to know why. There were some rumors going around that they had some big tax credit for filming it where they film it, and that the tax credit, there was an error with it, and they didn't get the credit, and it cost them like $35 to $40 million. And the show is pretty damn expensive, lots of special effects. And that caused the abrupt cancellation because they're going to lose a lot of money on this show. It's a very weird decision, to be honest, to cancel a show like this, especially when you just started it. Because this show is getting really good reviews, it's very highly rated, and people were signing up to your streaming service to watch it. So why would you announce to the world that you're canceling it so most people will just walk away and say, I'm not going to watch it then? It has been confirmed that they do plan to air the entire series of all 10 episodes, even though it's been canceled. The weirder thing about it is that people involved, all the way up to James Wan, who's an executive producer on this show, is even scratching his head saying he has no idea why the show was canceled. So it's very mum, and I don't know, in the back of my mind I feel like the show will be resurrected and they'll do something with it later on, but for right now, that's the word, is that the show has been canceled after just one episode. I just watched episode 2 a couple days ago, and I'm still really digging the show, so I will write it out, and I'll watch all 10 episodes, and that was what James Wan did. He said, hey, it does suck, it's been canceled, but it's some great stuff, so stick around for the ride. So I will do that, Mr. Wan. Let's ride it out. The D23 Expo has announced their lineup for this year's presentations, so you can check that out if you're interested. Daniel Day Kim has signed on to a new first look deal with Amazon Studios, so he's going to be doing a lot more, which is awesome. A Baby Shark animated TV series is in development over at Nickelodeon. Like, I need more Baby Shark in my life because my daughter every day is singing this song, and I gotta say, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop singing that song. Baby Shark, Baby Shark, Baby Shark. And now it's got a damn show on Nickelodeon that I know I'm going to be forced to watch. Anywho, Lin-Manuel Miranda's new movie, In the Heights, has just added Mark Anthony to the cast. We have an article up with Tom Holland talking about which snap is the one that created the dimensional rift in Far From Home. So check that out. I don't want to spoil nothing for no one, but check that out if you're interested. Kim Dickens is heading to Briar Patch for a new series regular role. Pitch Perfect's Kay Cannon is set to direct a new treasure hunting comedy called 79ers. Mackenzie Crook is set to direct and star in BBC's Worzel Cummidge movie that they're adapting. Excuse me. YA novel Replica is set to be adapted by the All the Boys I've Loved Before team. Brian Tyree Henry is in talks to star in the Quiet Place sequel. That'd be a great addition if they get that going. He's awesome. Warner Media emerges as the frontrunner for the new J.J. Abrams studio deal. So, he's locking down something new here. I'm excited and I'm also saddened by this next piece of news, which is that Netflix has renewed Lucifer for a 5th season, but unfortunately it will be the final season. So, Lucifer was going to be canceled last year, and then because Fox canceled it, and then Netflix came in and swooped it up and brought it back for a great 4th season. So I thought it'd be around for a while, and then now they're saying no, 5th and final, and they're saying that they've been planning this one for a while. So kind of a bummer, but hey, glad to see that it's going to come back for one more great season. We also got the confirmation last week that all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies will be released in 4K. So it's about damn time we're going to get our Ultra HD on. Now, pretty much half of the movies are already on 4K. It's really the earlier kind of Phase 1 movies that need to be adapted. So I know I'm slowly converting all my Marvel movies into 4K as they're being released. Anything new in the last year or two, I already have in 4K. But I'm definitely trying to get the older ones. I just got the Avengers. I just got the whole Captain America trilogy. So, just waiting on a couple of the other ones to get going, and then I will stock those up as well too. So bring on the 4K. Speaking of MCU, let's talk rumors. So the big rumor going around for the MCU right now is that Peyton Reed, director of the 2 Ant-Man movies, might actually be directing the Fantastic Four film for the MCU, which could take off in 2022. That's right, 2022. Now, for those of you aware of Peyton Reed, you know that many, many years ago, Peyton Reed almost directed a Fantastic Four movie when it was with Fox, but then backed out. So, he's always had a very soft spot for the Fantastic Four, and since he's in great good graces with the MCU and with Marvel and Disney, I think he is the perfect pick to relaunch the Fantastic Four. So I'm excited to see if this plays out. I can tell you I was definitely not shocked that this rumor dropped. So we'll see where it goes. It's keeping up with the MCU, man. A Marvel insider may have leaked the studio's MCU Phase 4 plans. Now, this is complete rumor, so I am not going to break it down and read it all out to you guys, because I don't want to spend too much time and energy going into something that's probably not real. So, the article is up on our Facebook and our Twitter page, so you can go back and read it if you're interested on what the possible leak may be. But we should be finding out soon, in about the next month or so anyway, after Spider-Man comes out, on what's going on with the future of the MCU. Tom Holland's Uncharted movie is finally moving forward and has been given a December 2020 release date. So we're finally getting that going next year, which is going to be awesome. Tony Jaa and Frank Grillo have joined Nicolas Cage in the new movie Jiu-Jitsu, which is pretty awesome. Speaking of awesome too, John Cena confirmed for the Fast and Furious 9. That's right, Fast and Furious 9 getting ready to start filming here pretty soon, and John Cena, baby, has signed up. Now, we're hearing that The Rock isn't going to be involved in Fast 9, so why not bring another WWE superstar into the mix, right? Let's bring in John Cena. Going back to The Rock now, flip-flopping over there, it looks like we might finally have a director for the Black Adam movie. That's right. Black Adam has been a spin-off of Shazam that's supposed to have been done for many, many years now. And it looks like we might finally be going on it. The long-in-development adaptation of the DC Comics character Black Adam, now acting as a spin-off from Shazam, could have director Jaume Collet-Serra, who directed The Shallows. He directed a lot of Liam Neeson movies, and he just finished filming The Rock, actually, with Emily Blunt for Disney's Jungle Cruise. Now, when Rock makes a movie with a really good director, he tends to kind of stick to them with different projects. So, this makes complete sense that he's just finishing up doing Jungle Cruise, probably had a real good working relationship with him, and said, you know what, do Black Adam. And he was probably like, hells yeah, I want to do a DC movie, let's do this. So, great addition, and they might finally start filming this damn thing next year. Now, Sigourney Weaver might be putting her foot in her mouth, but she is saying, she's confirming that the whole original cast for Ghostbusters will be returning for the new Ghostbusters movie that they're doing next year. So, I don't know, man. I kind of don't believe it. She says that they've all been given the script. Now, I know they've all been given a script, and I know they've all looked it over, but I don't know if they're truly coming back for this thing, or if everybody will come back, but it's a good rumor, at least at this point, so we'll see where it goes from here. It would be cool. Winston Duke, Zazie Beetz, and Bill Skarsgård are set to star in a new film called 9 Days. Peter Dinklage is joining Rosamund Pike for the new film I Care a Lot. Mona Awad's novel Bunny is being adapted for TV by AMC. Tokyo Vice, Ansel Elgort is set to star in the new Warner Media streaming series. Netflix feature Outside the Wire is a new movie that they're putting together, and they just brought on Anthony Mackie to star and produce in the new film. So check that out. Speaking of Anthony Mackie, you can see him in the first episode of the new season of Black Mirror, so the new season's 3 episodes, which is a joke to me. I don't know how you can say that's a season. But anyway, it's 3 episodes. I've watched the first 2, and I'm pretty disappointed in this damn season, which sucks because I love Black Mirror. But yeah, this one's not going that well. You should check me out on Stardust, and you can see my video reviews for Black Mirror on there. Alright, moving on. We have the new Red Band trailer for Stuber, which is the new Dave Bautista comedy, which looks awesome. Kevin Hart is in talks to do a remake of Scrooged. I think that would be awesome. The Good Place is set to end with season 4. I'm a little sad about this news, but at the same time, I feel like they've really run the premise into the ground, so maybe ending it with the next season is the smartest thing to do before it gets super bad. Because this show is amazing, and I would love for them to go out on top and not stretch it out too thin. So, The Good Place will wrap with season 4. Jesse Williams has signed a deal to return to Grey's Anatomy, as he is going to be returning for season 16 and 17. Lisa Vanderpump is exiting the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after 9 seasons. Ashley Tisdale is joining CBS's new show, Carol's Second Act, as Patricia Heaton's daughter in an actual last-minute recast. We have an article up explaining who Jessica Chastain is in Dark Phoenix. Her character is explained. Check that out. Forky from Toy Story 4 is going to be getting his own series of shorts over on the Disney Plus app. It's going to be 10 episodes of Forky Ask a Question, and they will debut when the service goes live in November. We have your first gameplay trailer for the new Star Wars game, Fallen Order, so check that out. We have the trailer for Cyberpunk 2077, which is officially going to drop in April of 2020. And Keanu Reeves has been confirmed as a character in the game, which is pretty cool. So lots of new game videos and trailers and news that's dropped over the last couple of days because E3 is going on. So very cool stuff. This Cyberpunk game looks amazing. Very, very, very cool. The Star Wars game looks great, and so does we have the first trailer for the Avengers game that comes out next year as well too, which also looks really, really cool. So you can check all the stuff out on our social media right now. We have your full list of the 2019 Tony Awards. We have an article up called Dark Phoenix Burning Questions Answered, so you can check that out if you have any questions about what happened in Dark Phoenix. The Disney Plus executives talk about the Marvel shows, and they talk about creating a digital heart that brings the family together. Just talking about the synergy between the TV shows and the movies, which I do love big time. Dune is getting a spin-off series called The Sisterhood, which is given a series order from Warner Media. So there you go. And the first episode will be directed by Denis Villeneuve, who's actually making the Dune movie right now. We've been talking about the movie based on the video game The Division for a long time. Tom Clancy's The Division with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain. Well, it is moving forward, and now it will land on Netflix. Netflix has picked up the rights to the movie, which is going to be awesome. So there you go. We'll be getting The Division with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain on Netflix. The Ballad of Richard Jewell. Sam Rockwell has joined the Clint Eastwood drama. I Am Not Okay With This is a new YA series coming to Netflix, and Sophia Lillis from It Chapter 1 is signed on for the cast of that. Michael Rooker has joined Amazon's Dark Tower series adaptation. Love, Death, and Robots has been renewed for a second season over on Netflix. Glow Season 3 has officially added Geena Davis to the cast. It was a great addition there. Are You Afraid of the Dark series is returning as a limited series. A new Blair Witch video game has been announced. Final Fantasy VII Remake release date has been finally announced. It will be available on March 3rd, 2020. So lots of good video games coming out in that March, April, May window of 2020. We have your first look at some concept art from the Disney Plus Loki series. We also have the Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay trailer you could check out. Amazon's The Hunt series has added Miles G. Jackson and Julissa Bermudez to the cast. Praise This. Little's, the director of the movie Little, Tina Gordon, is set to direct the musical drama for Universal called Praise This. Hellboy, the reboot, is getting its official Blu-ray and digital release date in July, for the one person out there that probably wants to get it. Amazon is developing a new series based on Sandra Bullock's college days. That's right, I'm not making that up. Universal and Skybound are teaming together for a film adaptation of Oblivion Song. Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel has been officially announced. Hulu has acquired Letterkenny for future seasons. That's right, after a 6-season run on the Canadian streaming service Crave TV, the hit comedy Letterkenny has been acquired by Hulu for its upcoming season and further seasons down the road. Josh Hartnett is set to star in Paradise Lost drama for the Spectrum/Paramount Network. Netflix has officially renewed Russian Doll for an 8-episode second season. Disney Plus has also announced a Chippendale reboot and showed what the logo will look like for Monsters at Work. John Cena promises to deliver his absolute best with Fast and Furious 9. Earlier today, the Frozen 2 trailer dropped, so you can check that out. And here's how I judge trailers for kids. I honestly do it off my daughter. She's 5 years old. She loves the first Frozen movie. So this Frozen 2 trailer drops earlier today. She's coloring. I say, hey, look at the TV. It's a new Frozen movie. She looks up at the TV. 3 seconds later, back down at her paper coloring. She could not care less. This trailer sucks. The first trailer sucked. I don't know what they're doing with the marketing for this thing, but Frozen 2, you're not doing a great job right now. My daughter could care less. All right, you know what I care less about is that Floribama Shore has been renewed for Season 3 over on MTV. Why? I don't know. Corporate has been renewed for a third and final season over on Comedy Central. We got a pretty cool article up called Swamp Thing, Inside the Sudden Cancellation. So check that out if you want some more insider news. We'll see how that plays out. Lionsgate has inked a new movie output deal with Hulu and FX networks. So check that out, which means their movies will be coming straight to those apps rather than like Netflix and Amazon and stuff like that. So with that piece of news, that's it. That's our last piece of news. We have the new Honest trailer dropped this week for Captain Marvel. We have everything wrong with this week for Men in Black. So check those out. And the Green Band trailer for Good Boys came out this week. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. Let's switch gears over to our release date stuff. So out on Blu-ray and DVD today is actually Captain Marvel. So if you're like Fred, you can now pick up the physical copy. If you're like me, you already got this thing on digital like 3 weeks ago. So in theaters this Friday is going to be MIB International, Shaft, which is the new Shaft movie, not to be confused with the Shaft movie from a long time ago, and The Dead Don't Die. So I will be checking out Men in Black International on Friday, so very excited about that. I'll probably check out Shaft too. I don't know when I'll see Shaft, but I'm looking forward to that one. So we'll see. And let's talk box office. Coming in at number 10, it's Booksmart with 1.6 mil. Number 9 is Pokemon Detective Pikachu with 3 mil. Number 8 is Avengers Endgame with 4.8 million. Number 7, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum with 7.4 mil. Number 6 is Ma with 7.8. Number 5 is Rocket Man with 14 million. Number 4 is Godzilla King of the Monsters with 15.5. Number 3 is Aladdin with 24.5. Number 2 is Dark Phoenix with 33 million. And number 1 is The Secret Life of Pets 2 with 47.1 mil. So let's talk real quick. So spend an extra minute on this box office because a couple things here. Number 2, Dark Phoenix, $33 million. The worst debut ever for an X-Men movie. It is so low. I can't even tell you the last time we've seen a comic book movie open to such a low number. $33 million. This movie cost over $200 million to make. It's doing pretty well internationally, but man, it's losing a lot of money here in the U.S. A poor debut on the stateside. And then Secret Life of Pets 2. 47 mil, pretty strong. The first Secret Life of Pets movie made like $90 million when it came out. So almost a 50% dip from movie 1 to movie 2. So I don't know, man. People just might not be going to the movies right now because we've got some weak box office for the last couple weeks for sure. And on that note, we'll wrap this baby up. That's it, man. That's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying the time with me. I've enjoyed my time with you. Thank you. Let's do some shout-outs. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me directly on Twitter at DXDonMega. We are available on Apple Podcast. That's right. iTunes getting shut down, so I need to stop saying the word iTunes and just shift you to Apple Podcast, because that's where you're going to want to listen to it going forward. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, then definitely check us out on Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, all over those interwebs. We also stream audio only on YouTube, so look at our YouTube channel at Am I on the Air? We're on Instagram. Follow us for all the cool movie posters and everything on Instagram. Simply, once again, Am I on the Air? Get the Stardust app, and then follow me on Stardust for my video reviews. They're 30 seconds long, and I'll tell you right away what's hot or not. So download Stardust, give me a follow at Simply Don Mega, DONMEGA, and I'll give you a follow back. And last but not least, our great affiliates over at RedDragonsRadio.com. It's RedDragonsRadio.com. Follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio. A great podcasting website that has us and a bunch of other great shows on there, always streaming 24/7. So that's it, guys. That's our show. I got a busy week going on. I've been trying to enjoy my vacation, but I still wanted to get you guys a new episode. Definitely felt it was needed. And we'll be back next week, talk some Men in Black and anything else that happened over the last 7 days. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Red Dragons!
Red dragon.